Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where we are going to recap what happened during the community live stream earlier today, where we're going to talk about some new quality of life updates. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that they mentioned related to the BT Plus slash Lufenia Plus era, some of the content that is going to be released for the month of October, and a couple other things that they mentioned as well during the stream. So, as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, consider liking the video and subscribing for future Opera Omnia content. And of course, do let me know in the comment section below what you guys are most excited about for the month of October, whether it be some of the content that's coming out for a certain character, or even some of the quality of life options that I'm going to be mentioning in this video. So first off, we'll talk about one of the quality of life improvements that we are finally getting on the global side that JP has had for probably about 2 months now, that I am very happy that they are bringing to global, because I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I've been pretty lazy in terms of how spoiled I have been on the JP side, because we finally are getting the ability to have the auto sale feature on global. So what that means is that you now have the option to make it so that whenever you are pulling on banners, whether it be using tickets or gems, you can make it so that the game can auto sell 3 or 4-star gear, whether it be weapons or armors, when you are pulling automatically. So that way it won't fill up your inventory and you can keep pulling until you have maxed out your inventory filled with 5-star gear, whether it be weapons or armor gear. So very sweet quality of life improvements. I've been wanting that ever since it arrived in the JP side, but it is finally coming to the global side. That will be appearing after maintenance is done on September the 29th. Another thing that is also going to be part of this quality of life improvement that is related to this is that whenever you are selling weapons now, it has also been increased. So normally you can only sell up to 30 items at a time. Now you can sell up to 50 items now, which is great. So for those who, let's say, tend to keep some of their like five-star weapons maxed out or whatever, because I know there are players that, you know, they tend to keep some of their like gear in their inventory, which is, you know, to each their own. You know, everybody has a different ways of handling their own inventory. Well, if by chance one day you do get a little bit tight on your inventory space, well, now you can actually sell more than 30 items in your inventory. So very strong and great quality of life improvement that is finally arriving to the global side. Next up is going to be another QOL, which is actually going to be related to co-op. Now, JP does not have this, and this is actually kind of convenient, especially if you're trying to like say like you're watching TV and you're trying to do co-op at the same time. So basically, you get some sound notifications whenever you go in as a guest and you join a room, right? A sound will play whenever that happens. Whenever you are hosting, a sound will play whenever a guest joins, and it will also host whenever the guests are ready to go, so that way you can go ahead and start up the actual co-op event. And you can also have a vibration alert setting added. You can actually turn it off or on, as well as another option for you to have for any co-op related type of quests whenever you are grinding, so that way you can be notified whenever, like, say somebody joins the room, or if you join a room, whatever it is that you're doing, you can get some type of notification. So it is a pretty nice quality of life update. That way, you know, if you're paying attention to your favorite TV show, movie, whatever it is that you're doing, you will get some type of notification via a vibration or some type of sound, whatever sound it is that they're going to choose via your device. So pretty nice quality of life update. I actually would not mind having this on both versions of the game. So that will also be released after the maintenance on September the 29th. Next up is going to be the Autumn Festival. This is going to start on September the 30th. There will be 2 times cycle quest rewards and the character appearance. There will be limited time panel missions. There also will be 8 free first multi draws throughout the entire month, and we will go over those free multi draws as we go down through the slides. And there will be some new limited time stickers. Also, there is going to be a part 1 to the Harvest Madness co-op that will be released on the 30th as well, and that will end on the 14th. Next up is going to be more Autumn Festival sales. Now, this is something that the JP side has had for quite a while now, and it is finally coming to global. So LD tokens, right? So LD tokens, it's a limited time thing, but the thing is though, like this is a paid item. So how this works is that whenever you purchase this, you do get gems and you also do get these LD tokens. Now, with these LD tokens, basically you are able to exchange any LD weapon that is that was released at any time before September 24th. So let's say, for example, if you missed out on, let's say, Cloud's LD weapon, you can use these LD tokens and pick them up. And let's say you missed out on Tifa's LD weapon, if you missed out on Irenaea's LD weapon, or any other character that had their LD weapon released before the 24th, you are able to use these LD tokens and you are able to choose one LD weapon in the shop. Any LD that gets released after the 24th, you cannot use these LD tokens to pick up that LD weapon. Now, I think, and for anybody who was watching the community live stream, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Joshua said that this might be released monthly. I might be wrong on this, so please take this with a grain of salt. This is also a slightly expensive pack. On the JP side, this does cost roughly about the same price as the highest pack that you can purchase in Global DFFOO, which is what, $74.99 USD. So it is a very pricey pack. So for those who do support the game like that, I mean, you do have an option in case there is an LD weapon that you are wanting to pick up. This is an option for you to be able to pick up an LD weapon that you have missed out on the past. Now, there is some notes that if you want to check out and you want to read, I'm not going to go through it all in this video. If you want to pause the video and read through those little notes, you can. But that is pretty much what I know, just from what I know on the JP side. Also, there is some more sales going on with the Autumn Festival gem sale. As you can see, based on the image right there, gem bundles with various enhancement items. There's also going to be the new Warrior Gem Sale reset. The availability will be for existing players starting on September 30th up until October 14th. And then for new players after September 30th, you will have 14 days available for you to be able to access and purchase any of these Warrior Gem sales. So like if you do start off playing, let's say on October, I don't know, October 15th, right? These sales will be available to you yourself for 14 days. Excuse me. Next up is going to be the World of Illusions Divine Pandemonium. As most of you guys already know, Y'shtola and Zidane will be the featured characters to be our BT Plus characters for this event. As you can see, the characters below, Beatrix, Renoa, Y'shtola, Zidane, Cyan, and Realm will be the synergy characters for the Divine Grind. And these are the characters that you need to, or any of these characters, at least 3 of these characters is what you will need to be able to grind up the points for the Divine boards. Now, all of these characters will be boosted up until October the 14th. And of course, these characters will help you be able to gain more illusion points. Zidane and Y'shtola will be getting reworks, which I've already done multiple videos on these 2 characters. Zidane will be getting his BT plus LD. Y'shtola, of course, will be getting a rework on her LD boards, which I know I made a mistake in my video that I uploaded yesterday. Apologies for that. both of these two banners will be having a first multi-draw for free. So just a note on that. And then, of course, Zidane will be getting his brand new costume for the release of this event. All of this will be starting off on September 30th, which will be late Wednesday night into Thursday. Next up is going to be an example on the burst weapon realization. So to realize a BT weapon with the new Book of Ruins Miracles. So as you can see there, it's very self-explanatory. It's pretty simple, and it's basically the exact same thing as if like you were trying to realize an EX weapon. You need 20 pages, which will give you a book, which you need that book to be able to realize said burst weapons, so that way you can get it at 0 out of 3, and you do get an ingot after you do that. And then to be able to limit break a realized BT weapon, you will need the Ruined Ultimate Ingot, which you need 20 to be able to create 1 ingot. And then of course you need 3 to be able to unlock and fully realize a BT plus weapon. So pretty self-explanatory. Again, you can pause the video, you can take a screenshot, whatever it is that you need to do for your own reference. Next up will be another quality of life, and this is going to be related to Lufenia Plus. So the new difficulty, Lufenia Plus, will be starting off for the Pandemonium Divine. Take on tough new quest for the BT Plus realization materials. The quality of life for this is that now you don't have to do the same type of fights over and over. So what that means is that whenever you get to the chaos fight for said event, it doesn't have to be just this Pandemonium event, but for future events. So if you reach the chaos fight for said event, what you would do is that you would actually go to the challenge quest for that said chaos fight. You would complete the challenge quest, and it would actually count for you completing not only the challenge quest, but also the chaos fight for that challenge quest. So you technically don't have to do that fight twice. It would actually count for you doing both fights at the same time. And the same thing works if you do the Lufenia Plus fight. It does not work if you do the regular Lufenia fight. If you try doing the Lufenia fight, you still have to do the Lufenia Plus fight. So make sure that you do the Lufenia Plus fight, because that will count as if you did the Lufenia fight. So remember, Luffy Plus will equal you doing Lufenia Plus. If you do the opposite, it does not count. So please remember that whenever you are doing future Lufenia Plus fights. So again, if you guys need to pause the video, if you need to screenshot for your own reference, everything will be right there for you. Next up will be an autumn retweet campaign. So this right here is basically, and it's super easy. It's going to be super duper easy for everybody. And I'm going to remind everybody to do this once September 30th does hit and once October 13th does hit. So basically, all we have to do for part 1 is we have to retweet whatever tweet it is that the official DFFOO or global DFFOO Twitter tweets out, and we have to retweet it 300 times, and that's it. That is extremely easy compared to the amount of players that play global DFFOO. And I mean, you know, to those who have a Twitter account, you know, you already know, prepare to retweet this tweet, because like, I mean, 300 retweets, it's nothing compared to like, let's say like what the JP DFFOO Twitter account usually makes us do. But for part 1, once we do 300 retweets, we do get the following items that you see there. For part 2, which starts on October 13th, we will get the following items that we see there. Now, if we do manage to complete both of these 2 parts, we will get a free Ultimate book. There is no date on when we will get this or when we will get said items for completing the Twitter campaign. But again, this is super easy. Free goodies is free goodies, so make sure to do it. I will be reminding everybody to do so that everybody will have access to all of the free goodies. And then next up is going to be another Final Fantasy Portal app points campaign. Earn points in the Portal app, give rewards in the city of Final Fantasy Opera Omni. As you can see, that is all the goodies that you get right there. I mean, for me personally, I never access this app. So, I mean, and to those who actually do access this app, props to you and thank you very much for doing so. This starts off on October 1st and ends on October 31st on Halloween Day. Next up is Guy's Lost Chapter on October the 4th, where Sync will be getting her rework and her high armor plus, along with Guy and Mog. Sync will be getting her LD weapon. That's the key! I had to do it. On October 7th, Sid Reigns will be getting, Sid Reigns will be arriving. Now, Sid Reigns will be getting his alternate costume. By the way, both of these two events will have a free multi-draw on it. And Zidane BT will be featured on both of these banners. One thing I should have actually noted at the beginning of this video is that Yustola will only be Synergy for the Pandemonium event and not for any of these other events that are coming up. Only Zidane will be featured, and that is how it normally is on a JP side. Normally, for any new character that gets a BT weapon, those are usually the character that is normally featured as the featured BT character for the following events after they are the featured BT character for, like, say, the beginning of the month, mid-month, or end of the month. So that's normally how it works. So whatever the second BT plus character it is, they are normally Synergy for that event. So yes, Sid Reigns, he will be coming out on October the 7th, and he will be getting an alternate costume, and that event will be having a free multi-draw. Excuse me. Next up, Next up on October the 13th, Transcendence 5 will be coming up. And with that event, Ace will be getting his BT Plus along with Bart, who shall be receiving his BT Plus as well. With that, he will be getting a rework. Kamari and Ferris will be getting, alongside with Ace, will be getting their high armor plus. Also on the 13th, the Harvest Madness Part 2 will be released on that day as well. Now, both of these banners that will be released on this day will also have a free first draw free multi, excuse me. And then, of course, Ace will have his alternate costume, and Ace also does get some stickers as well with the release of Transcendence number 5. And then finally, Avenea's Lost Chapter will be released on the 15th. Avenea will be, not Avenea. Avenea, Quistis, and Prompto will be getting their high armor plus. And then Prompto will be getting his LD weapon with the release of that event. And then on the 20th, Quistis will be getting her LD weapon and her rework. And then that will be released alongside with the Heretics event on October the 20th. And then Ace will be the featured BT character for these two events. And there will be a free multi-draw on both of these two events. And that is Quistis' alternate costume. And then, of course, on Avenea's Lost Chapter event, Prompto and Avenea will have their alternate costumes released alongside with said event as well. Now, one thing that I did want to know, two things actually that I did want to know before I ended this video off, is that Joshua did not mention one thing, and that was the Zach banner. Zach banner was not mentioned, but he did briefly mention something about the campaign gotcha banners that JP does have. And he did mention the whole Seta banner and the Aphmau banner thing, and how the fact that, Global does, like, he knows that Global, he did confirm that, it's that Global does change up the fact that, changes do happen, and that Global cannot follow banners like campaign gotcha banners like that all the time. So changes like that will and could happen at some point in time. So with that being said, the possibility of Zach's LD weapon, there might be a slight possibility that we may or may not see Zach's LD banner not released for the month of October. Now, if it does get released, it could potentially be released alongside with the Harvest Madness event, but that is also going to be released alongside with Transcendence number 5. So that's going to mean that there could be 3 banners attached to both of these two events that is going to be released. So that's 3 banners, 2 events, right? So that's going to be 3 heavy banners, unless they are going to wait a few days, and then the Zack banner will get released before Avenir's Lost Chapter. So, the chances of it happening could change. So I would say be very, very careful with how you plan your pulls for the month of October, because like the chances of it happening could be pretty high, because as Joshua mentioned, with how the Japanese campaign banners happen, I mean, sometimes Global can follow them, and sometimes Global may have to push them back, and sometimes Global may have to bring them back a little bit forward, just like how they did with the AFML banner. So please do remember that. Joshua really wanted to make that statement during the community live stream. So I wanted to make sure that you guys know about it in this video. So, and the other thing that I wanted to mention was the what was it? Ah, crap! I forgot what the other thing was. Oh shoot! I completely forgot. If I remember, I will post it down in a pinned comment for you guys. I completely forgot. I was so focused on the first thing that I mentioned that I have forgotten about the other thing. But I will post it down in a pinned comment for you guys if I do remember. Apologies. It's been a long day already. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Again, I will post it down in a pinned comment if I do remember. But other than that, that's going to be it for the video, though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys are most excited about. Let me know how you guys feel about the quality of life that is finally coming to global Opera Omnia. But other than that, if you guys did enjoy the video, consider liking the video and subscribing for future Opera Omnia content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.